Hi everyone, this is Sheila Peters and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. Let's open our legs up into a parallel position, very wide, hands on the hips, and we're just going to bend the knee over the toe and straighten and bend and straighten. Bend it down and straighten and bend and straighten. Two more sets. Bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Once more, bend and straighten and bend and straighten. Let's rotate the legs right where they are, out, and we're going to repeat. Bend, knee goes under the toe, and bend and straighten. Keep it going. Lift, get that knee out. Two more sets. Bend it down and straight and bend. Last time. Bend it out and straight and bend and straight. Let's come back into that parallel position and we're going to push the hip out to the side. And you're going to find you get a stretch here and also the inside thigh. Push it out. Good. Keep going. Push it out. And push. Two more sets. Push it out and stretch out. Good. Last one. Push it out and push it out. Come back to neutral. Rotate out. Same thing. Now, as we push to the side, you may find that a different part of that hip area gets stretched, and you also feel that stretch in a different way in the inside thigh. Push it out. Keep going. You notice your upper body is going to counterbalance. So you can keep pushing out a little bit farther each time. Two more sets. Push it out and push it out. Last set. And push it out and push it out. Excellent. Come upright. Come back into that parallel position. Bend the knees. We're going to circle our hips. We're going front. Carry it to the side. Around to the back. All the way around to the other side, pushing out through that side. We have 4. And again, your upper body is going to counterbalance here. Pushing through. 2 more sets. All the way, trying to get as big a circle as you possibly can with those hips. Around to the front. And again, circling around to the back. And around to the front. Let's immediately go in the opposite direction, keeping those knees going out over the toes, so we're truly maintaining that parallel position. And you may have a variety of places that you're going to feel this stretch here, all the way around. And we have 2 more, circling, breathing around, and 1 more, and circle, and around. And breathe and come to the front. Come to neutral position, straighten up, rotate. You know we're going to do the same thing with bent knees. Knees stay out of the toes, but let's start to the left. So we're going front, and it's a little strange to do it in a rotated out position, particularly as you go around to the front. You have to maintain those knees going out over the toes. So they stay in a rotated position. You have 2 more. And you may find that you get a little more stretch higher up in the leg there, just where the leg hooks into the hip. There on your groin, around and to the front. And let's reverse that. And here we go, all the way around. Upper body is still counterbalancing. Good. Going in a new direction may aid you in getting a little more stretch. And around. 2 more. And circle. Good. And around. We have 1 more. And circle it. And around. Good. Coming all the way round to the front. Good. Neutral and straighten up. Let's go back into that parallel, that wide parallel. We're going to push through the ball of foot on the right. And then point. Push down through the ball of foot and down. Other side. Push and point. So you're shifting your weight over. So now we're getting a little action in the lower leg there and through the foot, obviously. Lift. Good. And come down. And push and point. And we're in a parallel position there. Your toes have muscles. And come down. 1 more set. And push and point. And come down and push and point, and come down. Let's rotate those legs out exactly where they are. We're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna push, and we're not gonna be able to get to the point unless you really shift the weight over. So we're gonna just lift the heel up and down, and lift the heel up and down. Lift the heel up, so you're engaging the Achilles and the calf muscle, up and down. Good. 2 more. Lift and down and lift. Coming down. Heel lifts up and down and lift and down. Good. Let's come back into a much tighter position here. Feet are right underneath in parallel position. We're going to reach off to the diagonal. So reach off. Now we're going to cross and try and keep our hips where they are and reach the opposite diagonal. Reach up and across and reach up and across and down. Reach it up and cross and down. Let's take that to the other side. Reaching up, cross and twist. Keep the hips as close to the front as you can. So you're going to twist in that spine and a reach with that arm up and come down to the bottom there and lift and come down. Good. Let's open up into a rotated position, just in a smaller width with the legs. And repeat. Up, keeping the hips front, twist and down, and up, twist and down. Reach it up, twist and down. Reach it up and down. Other side. And reach to the left. Drop down to the right. And lift and down. And lift and down. Last time, up and down. Excellent. Come to your parallel position. Bend the knees slightly, and we're going to just fold from the hips here. So we're folding over, flat back, holding onto the abdominals, and come up, still in a bent knee position. And flat over, and come upright. 2 more. And flat, and come upright, and flat, and come upright. Straighten up, rotate out, and going into that smaller width position there. Rotated, bend the knees, they're out over the top. Gotta keep those knees out. And flat over. Might feel a little different. And up. And over, flat, holding onto the abdominals. Lift 2 more sets. And flat. And come up right. And flat. And come upright. Good. Straighten up. Now let's go back to that first wider parallel position. We're going to kind of combine all of those movements. So we're going to reach up, bend this knee down, drop the head down, and hang. Pushing off of this leg, lift and reach back to that diagonal. Cross over and down. Let the body go over. And push up with that leg. And drop down, over, and lift up. Good. Drop down and over. Coming up, and we'll take it to the other side. Straight legs, bend the right leg as you drop over. Head is down. Lift it up. Drop it down. Breathe. Push with the leg. Drop it down. And lift. And drop it down. Coming up right. Rotate right where we are. Knees go out over the toes. Repeat. Diagonal reach. Bend, drop down. Push, lift, drop down. Push, lift, drop down. Push, lift, drop down. Push up, and let's go to the other side. Reach diagonal, over to the right. Head down, bending that knee. Push with the leg, up. Drop it down. Breathe, up. Drop it down, and lift. Drop it down. Coming up right, let's go back into the parallel position. And now we're going to add a little push off into that point. So we have reach, bend down, push off, point, reach, drop down, push, reach, drop down, push, reach, good, drop down. Other side, straighten the legs, push up, drop down, and lift, drop down, holding onto the abs, push, drop it down, and push. Drop it down, coming back up. Let's rotate out and see if we can do it with the legs in a rotated position. So reach, bend it down. Now we're going to just push to the ball of the foot and down. Good. And push and down and push and down. Coming up right, other side, and lift, bend down, push to the ball of the foot, still reach, drop down, push it out, drop it down, and lift, drop it down, coming up right, excellent. Staying in this open position, let's go into a flat back from the hips. So this time we don't have a bent knee position, we're getting into that hamstring area a little bit, flat, and come upright, breathe. Flat, and come upright. Good, flat over, and come upright, and flat over, and come upright. Twist the upper body, keep the hips still. We're gonna go flat over as best we can with the hips staying front over the right leg, and come up. And flat over so we get a little more stretch on that right hamstring. Good. And flat over. And come upright. One more. And flat over. And come upright. Twist the spine and the torso above the waist. Over to the other side. Flat. And lift up. And breathe. And come upright. Good. And flat over. And come upright. And flat over. And come upright. Excellent. Let's go into our parallel position. We're going to repeat the whole thing. So we have a flat back. Feet are straight forward. And lift. Breathe. Flat. And lift. Holding on to those abs. Really feeling the hip is the area that you've got this fold coming from. And flat. And this time I'm going to go over to the left first. And flat. Now it's a little bit different feeling here. As we go into that flat back with the parallel legs, you kind of have to press the opposite hip back. You might find you get a little more stretch in the hamstring, upper hamstring area, over, and up. And we have one more. And over. Lengthening out, and up, shift the upper body, and over, keep this hip back, flat back, and lift, breathe, flat back, good, and lift, and flat back, over, and coming up right, and flat back, over, and come up right, good. Let's bring the legs together and sort of shake out for a minute. And we're going to shift the focus to our upper body. So let's go into that wide rotated position. We're just going to swing our arms with a bent knee. But let's start with just opening knees out. Just get used to that opening with both legs together. And open and straighten. And open, keep the back straight. Feel the inside thigh, getting a nice stretch. And bend. Good. And let's take that in a parallel too. So knees bend, you're not going to get as far. And up, keeping the back upright, forcing those knees out. And straighten. You might feel you get a stretch on the outside of the ankles. And up. And bend, good. And up. Rotate back out. And this time we're going to use the arms. We're going to do a swinging action with the arms. So arms go out, we're going to bend the knees, drop them down, and lift them up. Breathe, down, and lift. Bring it down, and up, and down. Let's try 1.5 circles with the arms. So we go down, stretch it up, around, down, knees still go out, other way, and down, and up, around, down. Let's take that once more in each direction. And down. Lift it up. Around, down. And side. Last one. Down. And up. Around, down. And side. Shake that off for a second. We'll take that in that wide parallel position as well. So just the plain ones, here we go. And knees out of the toes. Reach, breathe, down, and up. Breathe it down, and lift, and down. 1.5, here we go. And down, stretch it up, reach, down, and soft, and down. Reach it up, around, down, and 2 more. 1 in each direction, and lift, and down, and side. Last one. Down, lift it up, and down, and side. Good. Shaking that out. Letting it all go. Back to that right position. Now we're going to put this all together. So you're going to have the bent knees, you're going to have the arms, but you're also going to have your upper body dropping down and swinging. So from here, we're going to let the heads go. Bend down and up. Hold on to the abs and lift. Bend it down and lift. Drop it down. And 1.5. Drop it down all the way around. Up and down and side. Drop it down all the way around and down and lift. Keep going. Drop, swing it around and down and lift. Last one. Drop it down, swing it around and down and up. Good. We're not going to do that in a parallel position because it makes it difficult on the knees and the legs to keep lined up. Let's shift our focus to our upper body here. So we're going to drop to the side, just directly side above the waist, letting that head go. Let's lift the shoulder up and down. So now you open up through here a little more. Lift, down. Use your breath. Lift it up and down and lift and down. Coming up by pressing this hand down, letting the upper part of the body go to the side. Feel that first position and lift the shoulder up. Press it down through the side of the neck. You can feel this. Lift, drop it down. Good. Lift it up. Drop it down and lift and drop it down. Now keep pushing down to help yourself come upright. Let's go to the other side once more. So this time we're going to lift the arm up. We're reaching the arm up. Pushing the hand down and reach with that hand. Again, lift and drop it down. You might find that you're getting a little bit more accelerated stretch here as you use the whole arm and lift up and down. Push that arm down, just let yourself come up. We're going to the other side, establish that position. Arm goes up, press the whole arm and shoulder down, and up, allowing the head to be loose, and down. Perfect. Lift it up, and down, press, and lift, and down. Keep pressing the arm to help you come upright. Good. Let's twist the upper body and just look to the side. Drop the head down. So you're going to go a little slow here. We're getting more of a stretch here. It's twisted, hips stay front. Come upright. Very simple. Over to the other side, twist. Drop the head down. Feel the heaviness of that head to help you get over there. And come up. We're going to repeat that. And twist just above the waist. Drop it down. Hands loose. And come up. Twist. Let's go to the other side. Drop the head down. And come up. Coming to center, we're going to repeat with the knees bent, so we have to really work the core. So hips stay still, twist, drop the head down. Excellent. Come up. Twist. Breathe. Keep those knees out over the toes. Hips stay front as the head goes down. You may notice that you're getting a little bit more of a stretch in your spine, your upper spine, neck area as you have the bent knees. And come up. And let's take it once more. Twist. Drop it down. Head is loose. Good. And come upright. Come to the center and lift. I'm going to the diagonal so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to work with the front and back aspects of that above the waist position. So from here, I have straight backs. We're going to curve the head down and just feel above the waist position. Maybe your shoulder blades feel like they're open. And from here, let's bring our hands to our hips. and behind. So we're holding here. We're going to let our upper body go to the back. And again, come front, just above the waist. And come up. Use the hands against the back, the sacrum area, to allow the front of the body open. And you may find that in the neck area, in the upper chest. Here we go, the upper back. And lift, chest, shoulders go back. And once more, drop it forward. Good. And come up and going back. Come to the center. Bend the knees and we're going to repeat. So it's a little bit more difficult to feel this and isolate this with the knees bent. But we're trying to really work through the front and the back of the spine. Coming forward. Good. Head is loose. Up and press back. 2 more sets. And come to the front. Shoulders are down. Lift and go to the back. And last time, go to the front, above the waist, you're not involving the lower spine, up and go to the back. Good. Come to neutral position and stand up. Now we're going to use each one of those positions and start taking some circles with the upper body. And sometimes it can be a little bit of a balance issue. So we'll start with straight legs. We're going to drop forward. Carry it through to the side and bring it to the back. Head goes, shoulders are loose, and carry it to the side. Excellent. Come to the front. Carry it to the side. Hips stay still, using the core to help you maintain this upright position as the upper body does something completely different. Your upper body is circling, you're breathing, coming to the back. Shoulders are loose, heads are loose. We have one more in this direction. And front. Carry it to the side. Good. And to the back. And side. We're going to immediately go to the other side, starting to the front, and carry it to the left. Good. And back, and side. Keep going. Breathe. Carry it side, and let everything be loose, and side. For some of you, this may feel like there's a whole lot of rebalancing as we go around, back, and side. And allow that recalibration that your body has to do as you move the upper body separately from the lower body. Back and side and front and roll up through the spine. Excellent. We're going to repeat and bend knees and go in the opposite direction. Again, a lot of core work with the knees bent. So here we go. Going to the front. Carry that upper body to the side. And you may feel that you can go over a little bit more with the knees bent. Back and side and front. But because you feel like you can go a little farther over in that above the waist position, you're working a little bit harder through the core. Again, curve to the front. Let that head be loose. To the side and back and side. And notice if you're getting a little more stretching through the back of the neck around to the side. And breathe back and side. Let's come to the front. We're going to take a little break and straighten up before we go to the other side. So shimmy those shoulders out, shimmy the hips out, shimmy the knees out. Let that head be loose. Okay, let's take it to the other side. Here we go. Bend above the waist, curve. We're going over to the right. Good. And to the back and side. Keep going, front and side. And breathing back and side. 2 more. Front, head is heavy. And side. And back. All the way around. Last set. And front. Breathe. And back. And side. Come to the front. Roll up through the spine and straighten up. Excellent. Let's go back to that Y position. And we're going to, again, work with this above the waist position. We're going to take some pulses, or you can just hold the positions. So our first position is above the waist. Then we're going to drop down from our hips and let everything hang here. And we'll pulse from here. Then we're going to reach our hands through our legs and pulse from there. Then we're going to reach the arms out into a flat back and continue up. A lot of core work. We'll be doing that center, right and left. So here we go, above the waist curve, and let's take 8 pulses. And 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Breaking at the hips, drop all the way down, and pulse 1, 2, 3, nice and easy. 4, if you need to bend your knees, you can. 5, 6, 7. Now hands are gonna go through, and reach out to the back. 2, head is loose. 3, 4, remember you can just hold if you want to. 6, 7, and 8. We're reaching the arms forward. Grab hold of the abdominals, come up and open. Twisting to the right above the waist, hips stay still. We have curve over. 8, 1, 2, 3, head is loose. 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Breaking at the hip, going all the way down towards that right leg. Heads are loose. Pulse 1, 2. Keep both hips open to the front. 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and reach through. So you have push, 2, or hold. 3, head is loose. 4, shake it out. 5, 6, 7, and 8. From the hips, using the abdominals, lift, come up, twist, and open. Other side, above the waist, twist, curve it down, pulse. 1 or hold. 2, 3, keep breathing. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Roll it down from the hip. Pulse. 1, 2. Trying to keep the hips front. 4, keep going. 5, 6. We're pulsing from the hips. 8 through. 1. We're not pulsing from the lower back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Head is loose. 7, and 8. We'll reach out, hold on to the abdominals, lift, come up, shoulders are down, center, and release. Good. Let's bring those legs in. And let's work again with the feet, just for giving our bodies a chance to reset from that last exercise. So we're just going to push through the ball of the foot into the floor and heel lifts and straighten and push and straighten and push, straighten, push. 2 more. 1 and up and 2. Last set. 3 and up and 4 and lift. Rotate the legs. This time we have a tight position. Heels are touching. And we have heel up and down. Heel. Rolling through that foot. Push. Stretching out. Instep. 4 more sets. And 1. And straighten. And 2. And straighten. Good. 3. And up. And 4. And straighten. Good. Let's go to the ends of our mats and sort of put all of the stuff we've been doing together, rolling down through the head and the whole spine. So head drops down, sliding down. If you need to bend your knees, please do so, because you do not want to have any pressure on that lower back. So if you need to bend those knees, that's fine. So here we are, just shaking that head out in whatever position you're in. No. Shake the head, yes. Shake the heads, no. Shake the heads, yes. Good. If you'd like to, you can bend your knees as you roll up, or you can have your legs straight. It's up to you, but you're not putting undue pressure on that lower back, and you're holding on to the abdominals to help you get into a good roll. Switching it out, bend the knees, arch. Pushing through, letting the belly go down to the floor. Head is the last thing, and drop. Let's come back up, through the head, lift, making that back be in a nice arch, and come up, right. Repeat, hands down, roll through. The heads, drop, hanging, good. And stay. Maybe get a little farther over, maybe your legs are a little straighter. Again, your knees can be bent if you'd like. We're going to make circles with the head, the top of the head. So we're going circling, letting that neck be nice and loose. Shoulders are loose. We're going to take 4 circles. And here's the 4th one. Let's reverse that. 1, around, 2, nice and loose, breathing. 3, and 4. Good. And from here, you can bend your knees to roll up. If you are able to, keep the legs straight. and come up, hands come all the way up and the head lifts. Reversing that, pushing out, bending the knees, arching, keeping the head up. It's the last thing that goes down. Hands stay at the hips, drop the hips down, and come back up. Good. Coming all the way up through that arch to a straight position. Once again, rolling down, head dropping, breathing, feeling the spine, get a nice openness all the way down, and then you come to your end position. You may find you're a little farther over. This time we're going to grab a hold of our elbows and put our heads through down as if we're making a picture frame. Trying not to rock back on our heels. Really allowing that spine to lengthen, the hamstrings to lengthen, and make sure you're breathing. Good. Hands down. You can have your knees bent as you roll up. Come all the way up again through that spine to an upright position. And here we go. Arch. Pushing through the belly, pushing through that lower spine. Head comes up. Drop the head down. And then reach. Head comes up. Breathe all the way up. Excellent. And we have one more set. Get the back straight, heads in line, hands down, rolling down. Breathing all the way. Good. Making sure that your weight is not on your heels. It's basically in the ball of your foot area there. So let's grab that picture frame that we made and now drop the head through. And this time we're going to swing a little bit to one side and the other side. So you're going to feel this in the lower back and side, holding on to those abdominals. We have two more sets, front and back and one side and then the other side. Good. Settle, drop the head down, hands down, rolling up again. You are free to use your knees bent or to modify this in a way that works for you. And last time, arching through all the way down. Good. Drop the head, let it swing down and then back up to help get you into that upright position and lift. Good. Okay, let's come back to our white position. And we're going to repeat that whole pulsing position above the waist or holding, but we're going to start center and go to the left and then right. So here we go, above the waist. We've got that above the waist position and we pulse 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're rolling down, folding out the hips, heads are down, and pulse 1. Remember, you can have your knees slightly bent. And 3, keep breathing. 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Hands are going to go through. 1, heads are down. 2, keep breathing. 3, and 4, 5, keep going. 6, and 7, and 8. Grab the abdominals and reach out. Breathe, lift up and open. Twisting to your left in the upper body and curve over. And 1, 2, heads are loose. 3, 4, 5, keep going. 6, and 7, and 8. Folding at the hip there, dropping down over to the left leg, and pulse 1, 2, keep going. 3, 4, breathe. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Arms go through. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reaching out, way up, flat back, using the core to help you come up, open, arms down. Let's go to the other side. Twist. Remember, you can just hold if you want to. You don't have to pulse. And 1, 2, 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Rolling all the way down. Heads are loose. Pulse 1 or hold. 2, 3. Keep the hips front. 4, 5, 6. Breathe. 7, and 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4 more. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reach out to a flat back, long line. Come all the way up, center, and open. Good. Bringing the legs together. We're going to push through the feet and move out into a parallel lunge. So we're bend knees, push up, lunge, and drop. Feeling that inside thigh there. And straighten. And bend the knee out over the toes. See if you can lower and get a little more inside thigh stretch there. We are parallel. And bend and press. And stretch. Bend and press. And stretch. Let's bend one more time. Push that foot, bring it in and down. Other side, lift. Push it out. Now we're in a bent knee position, and we've got the knee out of the toe, feeling the inside thigh. And stretch. And bend. And stretch. Bend over a little bit more. See if you can get that inside thigh. I'm working a little bit more straightening. Bend. And stretch. Let's go into that bend position to transition back in. Good. We're going to rotate the legs out and do the same thing. So in our bent knee position, we're coming up, out, and here we are. Now it may feel like you're not getting as much of a stretch in the inside thigh, but we'll work on that. And straighten. And then, see if you can lower down a little bit more, knee out of the toe. And straighten. And then push this leg towards the bent knee. And straighten. And bend, push. And straighten, go back into your bent knee position to transition. Push, come up, bend, and let's take it to the other side. Up, bend, and open. Now our knees are going out of the toes. We're keeping our back straight. And lift. Bend, push out. Feeling the stretch here. And lift. Knee out over the toes. Good. And stretch. And bend. And let's do one more. I've lost my count. Bend, push. Feeling the inside thigh. And straighten our transition. Bend, push, and bend. Good. We're going to extend that all the way down to the floor. So we're bending our knees. You can put your hands down. Your body can go to the front. And we've got the legs reaching out through the knees there. Let's just make the right knee come in and bring it all the way. So we're working in that hip. And out. This stays nice and still because it's our anchor. In and out. 2 more. In and out. Good. And in and out. Let's take it to the other side. And in and out. Good. And in. Breathing out. And in and out. Keep going one more time. In and out. Good. In this open position, let's shoot that red leg out. So now we're really feeling the stretch in the inside thigh. This leg maintains an outward position, and you could even brace your elbow against it to keep it out. We're going to flex this right foot up. Feel a stretch in the Achilles, in the calf. Push through the ball of the air point, and now you may feel an increased stretch in the inside thigh. Again, flex up. Push through and point. And flex up, push through and point. Keep maintaining the rotation here in the bent leg. And push through and point. Let's do that once more. And flex, push, and point. Now we're going to go back into the flex. We're going to slide the heel down. You might go off your mat. We're increasing the stretch as we point through. Really pressing against that bent knee. Inside thigh. Excellent. Bring the leg in however you can, and we're going to go to the other side. So we're shooting this leg out. We've got this elbow bracing against the knee, and we're just taking our flex, feeling that stretch in the calf muscle there, and Achilles. Push through and point. Flex. Push through and point. 2 more. Flex up. Push through and point. Good. And flex. Push through and point. Now we're going to go back into that flex position. Slide that heel a little bit more. You might be completely off the mat. Bracing against that bent knee position. And point. So you're getting into a deep stretch on the inside thigh there. Good. Somehow come to a nice sitting position. And let's bring the legs in front of us. Sitting up tall, getting the fine flesh out from underneath us. Feet are pointed. Let's take a forward fold. Arms up, Going over from the hips, flat back, we're folding all the way over and down. Now we've done quite a bit of work actually on our hamstrings, so you should feel like you can really get over there. Let's take a deep breath in. As we exhale, try to lower and allow the arms to reach forward towards the toes. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, inch those fingers forward a little bit more. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, reach. And legs are staying straight. Feet are pointed. Last time, deep breath in. Exhale, reaching those hands over. Let that head be loose. Shoulders are loose. Hips are loose. And enjoy the full stretch that you're taking here. Good. Let's roll up through the spine, coming upright, and repeating that with a flexed foot. Backs are straight. Lift. Up, all the way over. Excellent. Coming down, allowing the arms to go as far out as they can. You should really be folding right from the hips there, not engaging the lower back. Heads are down, shoulders are loose. Keeping those heels pressed out and legs straight as you can. If you need to bend slightly, that's fine. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach the hands out. Heads are down, lengthening through the torso and lengthening through the hamstrings. Again, a deep breath in. And exhale, reach. 2 more. Breath in. And exhale and reach, feeling the long spine, the long hamstring. Last time, deep breath in. And exhale. Heads are down. Walking the hands back as you roll up through your spine and come into an upright position. Let's open the legs out into a second position. You're going as wide as you can here. Good. Getting the divine flesh out from underneath. And let's just rock side to side with pointed feet. So we're pushing through, which may give you a little bit more of a stretch here, and then push through. So we're kind of really rocking those hips. And push through. Let's take that with flexed feet. So we're pushing through. Good. And push through. And let's take that once more. Push through. Good. And push through. Excellent. Come to your neutral position. Let's come back to a pointed foot position. We're going to do a similar thing in terms of twisting our bodies as we did when we were standing. So we're going to go to the right and we're twisting our bodies basically to the diagonal line here. If your legs are closer together, it might be more over the leg. But we're trying to go to the inside of that leg there. This hip stays down. We're trying to keep both legs rotated out. And we're going to curve our upper body down, shoot our arms out, and bring the hands down from here. Let's take little pulses or holds. Again, we're going from the hips, not from the lower back. So we have 1, 2, keeping the legs rotated out, 3 and 4. Keep going, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now let's try to reach the arms a little farther out. And you may be starting in a different position as I am. Shoulders are down. And pulse 1 and 2 and 3. Heads are down. 4. Keep going. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Reach out even farther. Maybe you're all the way down to the floor. Maybe you're not that far. It's okay, as long as you're feeling an inside thigh stretch. And 1 and 2. Opening up in the inside thighs. 3. Keep going. 4. Pulsing and coming from the hips. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Let's take another deep breath in. As we exhale, see how much farther out we can get. And just settle in that position, enjoying the stretch where we're, wherever you're feeling it. It may be multiple areas of your body. And then take your hands, push up, roll up through the spine. Head's the last thing that comes up. And lift. Good. Let's twist the upper body to the other side. Again, this hip stays still. And we're going to roll down on that diagonal line. So we're working out. Now, if you're here to start with, that's fine. I'm going to go down to where it works for me. but you can be in a higher position, both hips are on the floor. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 from the hips, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Working out a little farther. Good, heads are loose. And 1 and 2. Keep going. 3 and 4. Breathe. 5 and 6 from the hips. 7 and 8. We're going to walk out with our hands a little farther, as far as you can go. And last set. 8. 1 and 2. Good. 3 and 4. Keep breathing. 5 and 6. Good. 7 and 8. Deep breath in. As you exhale, try to inch out a little bit more and really settle into this deep stretch here. And then walking hands back, pushing against the floor to roll up through the spine and come to an upright position. Good. Let's reach to the side. So we're going to stretch over to the side, getting the elbow down on that leg. Reaching the hand through, out, long line. Bring the arm up behind you. See if you can stretch behind with that shoulder and then bring it through once again. So you're maintaining the torso in a side position, but you're trying to rotate that arm behind. And each time as you reach through, maybe you can slide a little bit farther down on the leg with the torso. Bring that arm behind. You feel a stretch in that shoulder blade and shoulder rotator cuff area. Reach forward. Lift it up. Good. Reach it behind and down. Let's put our hands down. Twist the body now towards that leg. Drop the head down. Now, because of the work we've done before, you may find that you can go pretty far over here. We're going to just hold for 8 counts. No pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Walking hands back up, rolling up through the spine, coming to an upright position. And let's go to the other side. From here, we're sliding the hand down, elbow goes down into the leg, torso's coming over. We got this hip down, and we're reaching the arm through. Feeling a nice side stretch. We've still got pointed feet. Reach that arm up, push it behind so you're stretching through the shoulder area there. Good. And come down. And we're still maintaining that side position as we reach through. Lift up, opening through the chest, the collarbone maybe area, and 2 more. Breathing over. Reach. Come up. Twist that arm behind. Good. Keep both hips on the floor. And reach through. Good. Lift it up. Press it behind, stretching out. Good. And come down. Dropping the hand down, we're going to twist towards that leg and just hang. And we're going to hold. Go to the limit that you can go to. We've got the hips on the floor. And we're just holding, no pulsing. Dropping that head. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Walking the hands back up, keeping the head rolling up so you get a stretch for the neck. Come upright. Good. And come center. Let's bring the legs together. Excellent. Shake them out. Done a lot of work today. Let's flex the feet. We're going to take a side stretch here. So we're going over, elbow down, same thing like we did with the legs out there. I'm going to lift the hips up. Inhale. Exhale. Now press the hip down so we get a little more stretch on the lower back area. And lift. Maybe the hip comes rolling up. And exhale. Press down. Keep the arm out there. Good. And lift. Breathe in. Exhale. Press it down. We have 1 more. And lift up. Inhale. Exhale and press. Hand comes down. Push yourself up. Let's take it to the other side. Slide that arm down. Reaching this arm over. Feeling the hip stay down on the opposite side. And now lift it up as you inhale. And press the hip down as you try and keep this arm where it is. Good. And lift it up. Rolling the hip up. And then exhale. Good. And lift. Inhale. And keep those feet flexed, press out, good, and lift, inhale, exhale, and press, good. Hand comes down, roll yourself up, and just relax everything. Let's take our hands out to the side, breathing in, palms come together, hands come into your heart chakra. And thank you very much for joining me today on this class, and I hope you feel excited to be alive. Use this openness and stretch that you just created in your body and bring it out into the world. Have a good one.